Good morning, dear students. In the last class, we are discussing about the variety in fabrics. Okay, we did the one activity. What is that activity? We are visited the nearby our tailoring shop, and we can collect the cuttings of fabrics, leftover stitching, and in that fabric, some of the cotton, some of the silk, some of the wool or synthetic is there. By the help of tailor, we can identify which is the silk, which is the wool, which is the cotton. We collected the different fabrics. Okay, we observed. After that, we observed we closely observed in that activity. There is a variety in fabrics. Now today I am going to discuss about the another activity. In this activity, we can do one thing. Select a piece of cotton fabric. You label in activity. In activity 1, we collected the different fabrics. We have to select the any piece of cotton. We have to select a piece of cotton fabric and try to find a loose thread or yarn at one of the edges and pull it out. Okay, how can we pull it out? For suppose we have to take the any cloth, any shirt is there or cloth is there, means in that cloth, that fabric is made up of the yarn. Okay, we can try to pull out the thread or yarn at one of the edges and pull it out. If no loose yarn are visible, you can gently pull one out with a pin or a needle. Some of the fabrics are loose thread is there. Okay, some of the fabrics are not loose. If no loose yarn are visible, means you can gently pull one out with a pin or a needle. We have to take the help of the pin or needle, then we can easily pulling the thread from the fabric. We find that a fabric is made up of yarn arranged together. What are these yarn are made up of? Fiber. Okay, yarn, how it will be made up of? Fiber. Now in this activity, what we can do, we have to select a piece of cotton. Another activity. In first activity, what we can do, we can visit the nearby our tailor shop and we can collect the different fabrics, cotton, silk, wool. Okay, and in the second activity, we can select a piece of cotton. Select a piece of cotton fabric and now try to find a loose thread. Try to find a loose thread or yarn at one of the edges and pull it out. If no loose yarns are visible, you can gently pull out. You can gently pull one out with a pin. Or a needle. With a pin or a needle. We find that a fabric made up of yarns arranged together. We find that a fabric is made up of we find that a fabric is made up of yarns arranged together. We find that a fabric is made up of yarns arranged together. What are these yarns made up of? These yarns made up of from the fiber. Okay, so this is the activity. First activity, we collected the sum of the fabrics. In second activity, we have to select a piece of cotton fabric and we can try to loose the thread or yarn at one of the edges and pull it out. If no loose yarn are visible, you can gently pull one out of with the help of pin or a needle. Okay, we find that fabric is made up of a yarn arranged together. So what are these yarns made up of? These yarns made up of from the fiber. This is the activity, another activity.